bits of the end formula, but
I will give you a task. See if you're up to it.
I can do anything.
As Sadako throws herself through the door on him. Dad, if you don't, I'm gonna be super mad, and I won't talk to you for like a whole month. And he's like, you don't mean that. I super mean that. It's like, he clutches his chest like,
I'm like,
I have to give him a task, dear. I have to. That's okay. You can give him a task. But you have to let him, if he succeeds, you know what you have to do. You have to say yes. He clutches his chest. No, I can't let him win. He's like, Dad, come on, pretty please. And he's like, no. And she goes, pretty please, no, not that face. No, don't.
I imagine she's not even making a face. She's just looking at him.
She's pouting at him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, for the fake tears.
He's like, no. Okay, fine. A task.
Nadeko used crocodile tears. It was super effective.
You.
Yes.
Boy. Who thinks you are worthy of my wondrous and illustrious daughter. Challenge you with an impossible task. A labor of the old. Like the labors of Hercules.
Shall I kill a lion?
Yes. A colored predator. And she's like, Dad! It was an impossible task. I get to pick. She's like, well, he'll fucking maul the thing. It wasn't much of a challenge. She's gonna fucking turn it inside out. And he's like, another labor then.
I'm just gonna look at Sadako like, whose side are you on here?
I think she just wants to cause chaos. I don't think she's on anybody's side. She's on Sadako's side.
He will turn aside even the most lethal of the enemy's forces. He's like, oh, okay. More difficult task. Instantaneous transport. We've already solved that, Dad. Damn it!
Wait, did? When did this happen? Why didn't anybody tell me?
I'm gonna look at him like, I can give you the formula, as if we are to be family, it would be only fair.
Ravioli.
No. That'll be part of her dowry. No. You don't understand. Yes.
And I did deal with 2 of your Milos already.
Yes. But my dear girl has 17 separate suitors. Which have already created clear qualifications.
But
you need to beat the other 17.
But none of your suitors were able to save your girl when she was almost killed.
Yes, which means you can participate.
What have these suitors done to prove that they are worthy?
You have 7 aces. You have an admiral's son. You have an enigmatic government official's son. You have just people who are just all top echelon individuals. And they're handsome, wonderful. One of them's a woman who is just like, she just literally is like, she's my type. I'm competing just for the gal herself.
Fair.
Cody, you haven't
Mhm.
dropped the greatest ball yet.
Oh,
But none of them make your daughter happy.
no, I'm not. I'm not gonna throw that low ball out yet.
Yet. Keep that one in the pocket.
Keep that one in the pocket for a backhand at some point.
I mean,
Um,
you are a level. What are you? Level 9 tech?
I am a level 9 technician.
So you can compete with the rest of the dudes on equal footing.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna like, what is their greatest accomplishment out of all of them? Who's in the lead?
You're given a dossier. They're also given a dossier on you. The updated war of marriage has begun.
All right, Scott Pilgrim.
I'm just gonna look at this. I'm like, okay.
Oh, it is literally a Scott Pilgrim moment.
I'm like,
You think you could date her? I'm X number 1. It's like, oh fuck.
just like, no, I don't think I can date. I'm going to marry her. There's a difference. Set your
Prepare to
standards
get
higher.
riggedy wrecked, kid.
I'm just gonna look at
That's the
this.
fight you're looking at.
All right, I'm gonna look at all this. I'm like,
I think the laws of the universe.
No, none of the suitors are there currently.
yeah.
I think laws of the universe. At least one of them needs to be your ex.
I'm just like, these are all fine suitors, but they don't just make your daughter happy. And isn't that
Oh,
the most
she
important
did.
part?
She was really good at making out.
Oh, okay, fair. But do they make you happy?
She really did. She gave me an essence of freedom. She was the one who allowed me to go to the front in the first place. But she was pulled away to a different front because of orders.
No, that's fair.
She was super hot and dreamy, and she could do whatever she wanted. But then that was before you, though.
Oh no. She's the one that got away.
She's the one that's gonna die, anyways.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. She give it 5 minutes and she'll be Romeo'd.
But look at him like, all right then, I'll defeat
She's
them.
not as dreamy as you, though.
Cody's
And he's
going,
like, so romantic.
Cody's gonna wrap
Assistant,
his,
water, quickly.
Cody's gonna wrap his arm around her and like nuzzle her neck.
He has to be carried out of the room by his assistants. It's so romantic. I miss my wife. Honey, I miss you. I miss you.
I just imagine she's 2 rooms over.
No,
Not
she's dead.
dead.
She's dead.
Oh. Damn it, it would have been so much funnier if she was just in the other room.
And after that TKO, I'm just gonna look at Sadako. I'm like, well, came here to try and get Sari Seal.
It's easy. Come with me. And she
Okay.
nuzzles you on the neck.
Follow her.
And she'll get you 10 grams of Sari steel that's assigned.
Oh, nice. I'm like, all right, now I just need to get this in a ring shape.
Hmm.
I wonder if someone
Do what he
gets
says,
into-
boys. Pretty please. Thank you.
And Cody's gonna give him the shape of the ring along with the holdings.
While you're getting that done, she actually goes around the factory and greets all the people by name and gives people instructions like, "Oh, watch out for that. That's gonna. You're off by at least 3.5% on the elevation of that. You don't want that. That might spill over." And he's like, "Oh, thank you, Miss Furiosa."
I'm just gonna look at all this. I'm like, you seem so much happier here.
It's where I grew up.
Mhm.
I'm very familiar here, and I'm very happy to be here, but I've always been afraid to leave. Leaving the nest and all that. And if I didn't leave, I wouldn't have met you.
I think we still would have met. Destiny and all.
Maybe. But if we met back then, my dad would have airlocked you.
That's probably fair. I also probably would have been stealing you from your father. I think that would have been a very worse relation. side
It
of our
would have been
relationship.
catastrophic, and there would have been maybe a little civil war involved. I don't know.
Mhm. Just like Aphrodite.
I don't remember that tale.
Oh, well, it's Tale of the Trojan Wars. Aphrodite got jealous, and
Helen. It's Helen. Helen
is it
was the one they
Helen?
fought.
Yeah,
Helen was
Helen
the one they
of
fought of.
Helen of Troy, but
Yeah.
that was caused by Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Yes, it was caused by Aphrodite, where she decided to play matchmaker and did it by stealing somebody else's wife.
Yeah, and so Aphrodite in this case is E.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of like a comeback to this, and I just don't got one. Please continue.
Yeah, E is Aphrodite. Sadko's Helena.
All right.
And they would have just been the Trojan Wars.
You get what you need. You've been given your labors, and
I'm just... Cody's just gonna scoop up Sadako, bridal style, and teleport back.
oh, this is super embarrassing. Oh my god, so romantic. And you teleport back. She's like red faced, like, oh my god. This is... Bridal style makes her just completely turn beet red.
I'm like, all right. No telling Ashley we got this.
Tell me what?
Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Horny.
Ah, well, in that case, catch me if you can. Cody starts running.
He chases after you. Here I come, little boy. She chases after you.
That. That's incredibly creamy.
Oh,
Come back
she's
here,
very.
little
She
boy.
can be very creepy.
Das Kindersnatchen.
Yes. Ready or not, here I come. She's like, Sadako has like panic on her face, and you're like, it's just a game. She's gonna get us, and she's gonna us at the end. But she's like, Sadako always panics because, well, Ashley's very serious,
Get aggressive.
very aggressive.
Yeah. I'm like,
Turns into a game of Leah tag. Eventually, Thunderhead's like, please stop teleporting randomly around the base with Leah. There's a safety concern.
that is fair, Thunderhead.
As you almost barely teleport into a transport. Like, you like teleport above it, flip yourself like, oh shit, bounce off of it, land on the floor like, kunk, ow. Whew, I'm fine. Oh shit, she's coming. Cody, you almost fused with that ammunition. Oh, please stop. Cody.
This is the incident report that gets filed to the Vice Base Commander.
Oh yes.
Mina
No.
eventually basically stops, smacks you into the ground, and basically trips Ashley. She flings up and Mina smacks her torso with a fist, and she craters into the ground. All right, kids, fun time's over. Thunderhead asked nicely more than once. Not only are you going to be repairing the craters in the concrete, you guys are going to do what I like to call community service.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Any complaints? Yeah, this is bullshit. She fucking smacks Ashley. Shut your bitch ass mouth. You're doing community service times 2 now. More complaints? As he gets really close to your face, like nose to nose with you. Complaints?
Not right now.
Good. All right, community service, 2 hours. Here you go.
All right, thank you.
Ashley, here's 4 hours of community service. Also, repair the concrete. It's not my fault that I can cradle you in the ground and you don't die.
Like,
And no, I'm not repairing. I'm not paying for repairs. Bye! Mina just kind of swaggers off and disappears after a couple steps. Now she kind of pokes her head up like, I hate that midget.
I know, right?
And
Don't
there's
worry.
one guy's like, she knows she heard that. You're fucked. As that's strike one. There's only 3 strikes. As the technician is like, continues to reload the spilled ammunition.
Cody's
Like-
gonna leave shift the floor back into place.
Boing.
There we go.
Fire as a community service. What the hell does that mean?
I have no idea.
Gotta pick up trash off the side of the road.
You're washing mechs,
Ha!
Oh, Cody enjoys that.
spraying them down, literally taking a brush to them.
Getting real sexy with it. Sudsing yourself up.
You have to keep people off of Ashley because she just literally takes off the majority of her clothes because it's like they'll get wet. I can get wet, but who cares? Start scrubbing shit like
Yeah, she
whatever.
can't get
This is stupid fucking.
Cody has a
Everyone-
trident.
Everyone just kind of slings by and just kind of just leans against stuff. Eventually, just kind of looks away, but it's like, damn, that mix looks clean. But they also kind of sneak glances at your girl, who's barely wearing anything because she doesn't want to get her fancy clothes wet.
There's
Yeah,
a
Cody just
somewhat
costs-
familiar voice in the background that yells, "Take it off!"
I have chaos energy for you.
I've got 3 chaos gremlins more than you. Ha ha!
All right.
Miguel is also there in just his underwear, also scrubbing, like, just like, yeah, I'm super strong. Look at my muscles. There's a lot of
Hold on,
female
wait.
cultivator pilots who are just like, damn.
Miguel. No, we have been over the Miguel thing, and I refuse.
Yes, no. Cody's having Gil also do part of his community service.
That doesn't count. In fact, you know what? As an official supervisor of these sort of things, I make sure that does not count.
He's just there to do incidental stuff.
Oh, I'm not like no one's stopping him from washing the mech. Certainly, I'm just saying it's not counting towards his community service. I refuse.
Hey now. Miguel is me, and I am Miguel. We are the same.
Then you get to be blamed for anything Miguel does.
Yeah, see, the thing is, Miguel won't do anything that he's not told to do.
Miguel won't do anything.
Unless Trinity and Laura's involved.
Yeah.
Okay, Miguel won't do anything he is told to do.
No, he does things that he's told to do. That's how the power
No,
works.
I gotta go ahead and hit X to doubt.
You can.
Good for you. All right. Yeah, you're sent to do some stuff. You got your series still. Ogre, what's the plan?
We have a plan? Who has a
Ogre.
plan here? I don't know where Ogre is.
He's gone. All right, not too bad.
Johnny's gone.
Sorry, my headset was muted. I was too busy laughing.
Laughing's good.
So what's up?
What do you want to do?
Well, my Saturday was done.
I'm the only one with stuff left on Saturday.
You do.
I mean, most of it's just DTA and apparently
Yeah.
a conversation, apparently a conversation with. Well, honestly, it's basically done, other than the formality of you like confirming it's done, because I'm doing it with E for the Potentia stuff, and then the rest of it is working on the IGA, which just requires some mech rolls.
What do you want to talk to E about?
Oh, I'm just cultivating with her.
Hmm.
I'm finishing
Just
up my
ask you one
dimensional
question.
control. Yes.
What is LOL?
Laugh out loud.
Why?
It's texting shorthand, or internet shorthand, as it were, because you cannot tell if somebody has found what you have said amusing. You type LOL to express amusement.
I will not be doing this.
You sure? I mean, you do get a nice little smile on your face every time you do something that.
But I have not laughed out loud.
It's not literal.
Then why do they do that?
It's just a turn of phrase. It's literally just a turn of phrase to express that you are amused by something somebody said.
Why not say quietly amused?
I mean, you can do that if you want. That's just not the common thing. That's all.
Then I shall. Because
No.
this LOL thing is rather ridiculous unless you actually have laughed out loud.
LMAO is another variant of it that is for things you find even more amusing, as is LFMA. Or,
What do these
LFMAO.
things mean? I have seen them before. They bring me great consternation.
LMAO is laughing my ass off. LFMAO is laughing my fucking ass off. LMF. Yeah. It's an acronym. They're acronyms,
I see.
but they are also
But
expressions.
I hardly doubt any of these people have done any such thing.
Once again, it's not literal.
Then why state them at all?
We just had this conversation like 5 seconds ago.
I don't like this.
Well, it's older than either you or me as a tradition.
I don't like that it just because it is older that it is a reason
Yes.
that they can be better or excused.
I wasn't excusing them. I was just saying that is what it is, and attempting to change it would be like trying to change people. Futile.
I suppose. Very well, we'll tolerate their existence longer and not intercede with ending their existence because they bring me great consternation.
I've acquired 2 more Milos, by the way.
You have now.
The Milo trifecta.
No. Disperse them as far as wide as you can because the flux of Milos, the concentration of Milos will increase the
We're
glitchiness of the reality you're in.
right. We'll distribute them then. They'll all have a best friend to go hang out with.
They're all your best friend. They will ever
Exactly.
only have one best friend.
Yes. I know.
Just know, spare them far and wide as you can. If Milos start to come together, everything starts to break down.
Yeah, apparently 2 of them were briefly on the Steel asteroid and it started falling out of orbit.
Yes, what happens if 3 are on the same site?
And those Milos are getting moved. It's going to be, hey Milo!
Oh, we're Milo! Yeah, we're
Wanna-
Milo!
Which Milo wants to go hang out with another me?
Oh my gosh, really?
I want one of you to stay here.
No way.
You points at Pirate Hat. I know exactly where to send you.
No, you don't. I'm super secret.
I'm gonna give her an address, which is the address of the moon. That is the me that's working on the moon. That me needs a friend. She's all
Really?
alone.
No, that's the worst.
All alone
Do you know
on
what
a
they need the
moon.
bestest?
Hmm.
A Milo.
Exactly.
Super duper.
Watches as that one does the Milo thing. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna look at the next one. And you, I got a me on Enigma.
Oh
That
my gosh, that is where we died really bad.
and there's a lot of people that might want to hurt me on Enigma.
Stuff.
I need my best friend to help protect me.
Oh my gosh, super. Okay, we got you.
And I'm gonna look at the last Milo, and you are staying right with me.
The best friend.
Exactly. We are all best friends. Because I'm Luna. And you're.
Milo.
Alright.
It's not safe here.
Gotta look at E. Problem solved.
Apparently, it's not safe here.
No, well, I mean, you're here.
No.
We could dial it in further, I'm positive. But,
They have a very specific reason when they say it's not safe here.
oh, no, I'm fully aware they have a specific reason, but fuck if I know what it is. I'll find
You'll
out
learn.
eventually.
You'll learn. It's
Yeah.
very specific.
It's always something esoteric that is a danger. Usually black potentia of some sort. Usually.
No,
Not
it
always.
has entirely to do with the trauma that she underwent.
Hmm.
The remnants of her trauma, the blackness that.
I know part of that is 051.
No, any sites that have done experiments on Milo, she will always say it's not safe here until it's been purged.
Well, yes, I know, but 051 is also a trigger of it, as apparently he was heavily involved with the animatronic project.
Yes, so he is not safe.
Exactly.
I
I've
could
already
kill him if you'd like.
I'm not sure if we're ready to kill him yet.
Yeah, well,
I
now
will tell you,
consider
it's
me
on the top.
depressed.
You're always depressed. That's not new.
Darn, I'm more depressed than usual.
I don't think that's physically possible. But
Depression is a
mostly
mental thing, so it's not mentally possible.
it's also a physical thing, so it can be both.
I am in perfect physical condition, so it's not possible.
Well, depression can be a chemical imbalance as well. Just saying.
No, not when you're at my state. Not when you've achieved perfect perfection of body. When you reach 1,000 potentia.
As I recall from what you told me, your mental state at that point heavily influences what your body does. So, if you're depressed, then you will imperfect your body and change it.
During that time, I was within perfect mental state and physical body. They made sure of it. That
Oh,
was.
you were. That doesn't mean things don't change with time. I'm just saying.
Why do you have to correct me and bring up bad memories?
Oh, well,
Do you have to do this
kind
to your master? Really?
squints for a second. I guess you're rubbing off on me.
Uh, uh, making me more depressed.
Yeah, no, I was just sounding exactly like you for a second there.
Stop. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to handle it. What do you want to learn before I get?
Just here to dial in that dimensional energy control.
Begin. I'll berate you and correct you as you go.
As usual.
No, not as usual. I'm taking a book out of Ezekiel's, or a
You
page
gonna
out of
hit me
Ezekiel's
too?
book. I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna verbally berate you.
Oh, okay. Does it?
Lackadaisically, without getting out of my chair.
I mean, that's my cultivation role these days.
You succeed.
Yeah, no, it was just after the last. Oh, what do I even have left on? I think I only have 2 points of potential left to hit that. Let me double check my DTA. Yep, that is 4 points. Nope, got one more day of it, I think. Oh no, that 4 points was the day before. Yeah, no, I've only got 2 points left to slap into that sucker. So that brings me up to 10.
Did you
Uh,
get what you liked, apprentice mine?
Well, let's find out. Matt, I am going to see if I can't move some dimensional energy around in a very just a rudimentary fashion for the moment. I'm trying to be fancy, but I do need to make sure I can actually control it. You know what I mean? I'll test it, see if it worked.
Did you get the next upgrade?
It's up to 10. It's up to max finally, so controlling dimensional energy no longer has a negative.
Yeah, you kind of moving around with your energy controls module.
Yeah, I'm like, yep, nope, that worked. Done and done and done.
Careful what you do with that.
Oh, I gotta be very careful.
You know how they rip holes into places, like the dimension of fantasy and magic, as she does finger quotations.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Don't create another one of those.
This was the first step to having a controllable, functional thing before I start trying to do more complex activities with
Did
it.
you give the drive back to E?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I give it back to her as soon as we're done.
Did you copy the drive?
No.
I need that prism drive back, by the way.
I just said I gave it back to her already.
No, that was the negative energy dimension drive.
Yeah.
She needs the prism drive back.
Oh.
I need it back.
All right, as I'll hand it back.
She'll slot it back into her rib cage.
I'm gonna ask for that again sometime when I.
You can.
Live.
You can ask for it. Just, I need to be the keeper of these things.
No,
And when
that's
I
fine.
die, everything I have will be yours.
No, it's fine. I'm not. What I was going through my head is that I need to get myself into a position where I can just
I need you to
store.
witness something.
You
Tell me.
know, when you phrase things in certain ways, you concern me immediately. But go for it. What do we? What do we? What do
You
we?
don't
What are
need
we
to breathe,
witnessing?
right?
No.
Do you care about the existence of space upon your flesh?
I don't have flesh, and I can set a timer for when it starts damaging my more delicate internals.
Project yourself. Come with me. And she kind of wanders off and taps on the glass. To
Actually,
the
you know what?
airlock.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I got a thing for this. And Matt, I'll go grab the Revenant body and come back with that.
Okay.
It only takes a couple minutes to swap.
Remnant kind of shuffles. You kind of shuffle through the remnant body, and she's in the airlock.
I've got like this. This is the one with the skeleton on and everything. I'm like, here, this one's tough enough to do no atmo at all, dead of space and all that jazz.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
The airlock decompresses and opens. And she looks into the dead space as you go there. There's a price for Prism, you know. Using it is nice and simple. You lock things up. You protect it against the slippage of other dimensions and this dimension. There's a price.
And I have used that quite a few times.
How many times? Because
Oh.
I know exactly how many times. How many times do you think you used it?
Okay, if I'm going to count how many times I have personally seen it used within this particular dimensional state, I might add, because I cannot account for trans-dimensional states or temporal states for this. But if I'm merely counting it off of the number of times I know it has been used, the answer is a total of currently 3.
She will scatter. She'll hold up the drive and pull it from her chest. And there is 3 dots on it. And she will click the drive on a button that you didn't see.
Mhm.
And in the space above will be a fracturing of a glass pane. Beautiful. Perfect. Everything like a mosaic. And it shatters and breaks in such a way that just your heart crumples as it shatters. Is something perfect in the universe is broken forever.
Should
She'll pull it
I?
back and she'll
Can I
hand
make
you
a?
3 shards.
Oh, can I make a roll to try and figure out what just happened?
Yep. Sure can.
All right. I do have my Eureka and my.
Rika is only for
That's
DTA.
research only. So Star Child would be the one that applies here.
This is
So
dimensional escape. So spectrum, shade, prism rolls.
You never gave me any spectrum or anything, even after
We
I
have
went
a
to
spectrum
Drive.
1. We have spectrum forbidden roll 1 check mark.
All
It
right.
is. It isn't.
It is int. Okay. And then the only thing that would apply for my stuff would be Star Child, and that's just to get extra info. More or less.
What you do with prism must be undone at another time. She adds you 3 shards. This is the price. These are 3 destiny fragments, but they are negative. 3 things must go cataclysmically wrong in your future.
I see.
You can pick when. It must happen. These are called portents of doom.
Portents of Doom? Okay.
Mhm.
Because I just remembered I needed to write down the 2 Destiny fragments I had too.
These are portents of doom. They have as much power as destiny fragments, but they are only negative effects. But they can be used creatively. Creatively. Yeah, that's the one.
A catastrophic failure at the right time could be equivalent to a success.
It could be.
You have to be very careful with that sort of thing, though, because you're playing with fate, and fate doesn't like to be played.
And you're playing with the realm of dimensions. Fate is not a portent of this dimension, but it is something of one of the adjacent ones. Remember, fate, one of the adjacent dimensions, is a pre-written script, which is predictable, controllable, but also something you can't fight if you're basic mortal. You are not a basic mortal, and none of you are either, and there's no fucking fate in this dimension. But because we are adjacent to one that has powerful fate, if you open that mouse hole, that fate will pour into ours, and it will infect us. It will write a script for you, and you will have no choice to see what happens next.
I don't like scripts.
Right. And if somebody writes something or somebody writes a script for you, having cataclysmic outcome breaks the script now, doesn't it? Because fuck them.
It does. I mean, if you expected me to succeed, fuck you. I don't want to.
Yes.
A little bit of spite in life, eh?
Now know this. Giving cataclysmic failure to others won't go the way you want it to. Because it will always come back to you.
No, this is for me to deal with.
One
Right.
of them, one of the portents of doom is yours.
Yes, one of these does belong to Cody, I believe.
Yes, it does. And one either belongs to Ogre, or sorry, Mr. Banshee, and one either belongs to Jackie.
What?
One of the two.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why it would apply to those two because they did not use these, whereas me and
It doesn't. It wasn't that you used. You were a participant during the spectrum. You guys used it. All four of you were participants. If Cody and or you wants to double up on a portent of doom, sure.
I'll double up.
You'll double up? Okay. Cody, you have a portent of doom.
Hey.
Jackie and Nix, nothing on you guys. Period. No portents of doom.
I'm just trying to figure out how and or why we suddenly gained a dimensional equivalent probable Bane spell.
Because you played with Prism.
It's strictly because of that and basically nothing else.
Okay.
Like, I'm just accepting it.
It can also be used drastically in your favor.
Mm-hmm.
It is a massive debuff, but if you hold out, there's no. It needs to be used before the end of the game. That's the caveat. The end of the entire campaign. That's when you need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I'll find something to use it for.
It
'Cause
needs to
fuck
be
me.
used on yourself and or your surroundings to create a negative effect on you. But if that negative effect also applies to other fuck-offs,
I mean,
well, whoops.
it's a great way to give somebody the bird on the way out, tell you what.
Right. As long as it applies a massively negative effect to your story, somehow, well, however it affects everyone else, that's part of Portent of Doom. So if you're like, we needed to take this space station because it's super damn fucking important, but thing is, things have gone so horribly wrong, and you're like, Portent of Doom, I'm gonna disrupt the drive and its resonance. Fuck this space station. I'm gonna have to deal with the consequences of losing the damn thing, but fuck you guys! And
Fuck
the whole
you,
thing
I'm going home.
explodes, and you basically kill all the enemies on the space station. You're like, we really needed that fucking space station. Fuck.
Fuck you,
But
I'm
fuck
going
those
home.
guys. Yeah. You need to use it by
Understood.
the end of the game. And it has
Campaign, you mean?
Yeah, the end of the entire game. Yeah, the campaign itself.
I'll figure it out. I'll find a
But
use for it, I'm sure.
it has to negatively impact you drastically.
Or I'll
But
just throw it at something and see what happens. One of the two.
yes, you can. If it doesn't negatively impact you, you can't use it.
I understand that.
Okay.
All right. Only other thing I had to do was talk to the elite that decided to throw hands with Jackie.
He thanks you very much for the opportunity to fight and to repair him. He would like to, for his services of defending this place continue to grow and be accessible to the services of this place in case something happens to him, like what happened when he fought Jackie, who obviously took mercy on him.
Oh yeah, no, she could have
Oh,
easily.
he knew. He absolutely knew after the first exchange of blows.
So
And
one
literally, when Jackie literally flicked off the energy field, the guy was like, oh, "Okay, he's taking it easy on me."
Yeah, Jackie's a softie like that.
Yeah. He is a Jackie fanboy
Of course he is.
because Jackie is big swole warrior. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Okay, buddy. So I've been thinking. You I need to call you something other than you. You mind if I give you a name?
Oh, that would be nice.
I'm gonna name you after an ancient hero from Homeworld, if you don't mind. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep it. But I think it's appropriate enough.
That is-
Cullen.
Oh, I know not what this refers to.
So, in ancient stories, Cuchulainn was this figure from one group's. No one knows if he was a real person or if he was just story. But either way, he was a powerful warrior that, even when he lost, uh, didn't. He he was fought powerfully, bravely for his entire life. And when it came to his end, when he finally met his end, it was after single-handedly holding off an entire army by himself before being poisoned by his wife.
What?
Yes,
No.
betrayal. Betrayal took him down.
Unforgivable.
Yes, but
This guy's completely
Even
hooked on
then-
your the story of brevity.
yes, even then, he Here, I'll give you the story. Ooh, fucking knocking shit over in my house. Excuse
Fucking
me.
knocking shit. Fucking
that
knocking shit.
She'll give him the proper story of Cuchulainn. I don't know if you guys know it or not.
He is completely enraptured. Just
Cuchulainn, for those of you who are unaware, basically he
We know.
was the huh?
We know.
You know? Does everybody know it? I don't know how many people actually
Mhm.
know the story of
I
Cuchulainn.
don't know it. I know the name Cuchulainn and I knew the story. I need a
Short
refresher.
version? Short version, he was the Irish Hercules.
Yeah, yes, that's the one.
Yes, technically speaking, his name means Hound of Cullen. Or was it Coos Hound? I don't remember which.
Oh, God,
But
don't bring up Kuzmo.
His last story, the one that she's telling him, is he was sworn to defend a city, and when all the city's defenders were sickened by a curse, his answer was to stand alone against the army and fight them to a standstill until his wife betrayed him, poisoned him by feeding him a dog meat, and then even though he was poisoned that way and lost most of his power, he still just stood and fought and ended up tying himself to a tree so he would die on his feet, even if he didn't have the strength for it. And even after he died, he killed somebody as just the last fuck you.
Yep.
That's
He was
the short of it.
completely enthralled by your story.
She'll launch a more proper, detailed version of it, like a proper telling.
All right. You have the alien elite Cuchulainn.
So, yeah, I thought you might like the name. So, I've been going over options, and I want to give you some realistic ones for how we can handle this, if you want to hear me out. First and foremost, I'm more than willing to keep to the original deal we offered. You fight, defend, and then we send you to wherever you want to go. However, realistically, while we can, and I'm perfectly willing to do that, it's basically a death sentence. Because much
I want to fight
as
and serve under the great warrior Jackie.
well, if you want that, then you could join the service of Jackie's liege.
That would be a greatest honor I could ever have.
Jackie,
They are the greatest warrior I've ever seen.
Jackie has sworn herself to service as the knight to. Well,
Are they willing to let me pledge my allegiance to them? As they
Well,
happily, just kind of like, hopefully, like, are they willing? Are they?
well, let's go ask. As I'm gonna contact Nieth, and I'm like, hey Nieth,
Yes.
I might have a potential next night for you.
No. Jackie, not Neith.
No. He
Oh.
offered to take him to Jackie's lord to serve
Jackie has
alongside
also
Jackie.
pledged themselves to Neith too. Yeah.
Yes.
So
That's
he's
why I was-
offering to let him serve alongside
I would
Jackie.
allow Jackie. Jackie would have to be as my royal knight, have to vouch for them. I have to be cautious, you know.
Oh, I understand. I can vouch for him as well, for what it's worth. But
Not as a royal knight. They would have to earn that through action. But as a squire, absolutely.
sure, it works. We'll have to actually ask Johnny.
Jackie herself.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Johnny when he's here because he's gone. He left.
Jackie
Got off a while ago. He got off a while ago, man.
Got off. Okay,
Yeah, he dropped a message into the chat
that's too bad.
like an hour ago.
No, burn, death, sadness.
But yeah, no, I'm going to presume Jackie will probably accept, but until we have final confirmation, we'll see. And I'll let him know that that's pretty much what she's offering, and then I'll let have them meet so they can actually talk in person about it.
I don't see it.
See what the message? It's in Roll20.
Roll20.
Oh, I'm going to bed. Thanks for the session. Okay, there you go. It's buried. Okay. Oh,
It was 4 messages ago.
I am
Fair
blind.
enough.
Either way, yeah, no, I'll make the introduction to Nieth so they can meet, because even if it's going to be Jackie's squire, like, they need to meet. And we'll leave that at that.
Mhm.
I mean, that means I can knock that off my DTA for... What day was that going to be? That was going to be next Tuesday, so I can knock that off my DTAs. I mean, we could do the... I don't know if people want to stay on, but we could start doing the sim stuff, I guess. Right? Maybe? I don't know.
Well, that's
Preparation for sim. You could talk to the actual investigator or the ace general if you'd like, because you're actually going to be hosting the sims on his personal ship. He has simulation pods on his ship.
Ogre was making noises. What are the noises, Ogre?
Mm.
Yeah. Well, what's up, Ogre?
No,
What
it's fine.
noises, Ogre?
Do you guys want to
Well,
go to
that's-
the investigator's ship to actually see the pods in person?
You mean the Ace General?
Yeah, the ace general.
I
You keep calling him an
don't
investigator.
have the...
Yeah. I know.
And it makes me so suspicious.
It hurts.
Makes me so suspicious.
It
And
is-
you don't have the time, you
It
say?
is not the
Yeah.
same person.
I have something that I've got priority on for the next Sunday, which is taking up 3/4 of my day is spent dealing with that and doing a Chemtech formula.
Cody's busy on
What are you
Sunday
doing?
as well.
Nyx has a task that he was given by the ace captain,
Okay.
which
What you
is
doing?
finishing the repairs of the ace captain mech that he's got hidden away.
Okay.
Because he was given a task to reawaken and give it the option of serving the heiress.
Okay. So let's do that. Okay,
Oh.
go ahead and roll those rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
At
No, or
least I roll a
finish
100.
the sequence.
No ones, no 100s.
Mhm.
But you know what? I'm going to re-roll the 8 and the 6 because why not?
Go for it. Why not, right?
I'll do the 8, 6, and the 11.
All right.
Shoot for the stars. Maybe I'll hit some.
I'm gonna roll 5 at a time, starting with the 8. So
4.
4. The next lowest would be below the 6, which would be the 2. And then something below an 11.
Mm, 2.
Another 2.
Yep.
Is that all? Is that all you need to wake it up?
Yeah. You had told me that I needed things that were below 5 to get special knowledge because I was working on an ace captain mech.
You do, and you will gain 3 inspiration for the ACE program.
Ooh.
ACE program inspiration can be applied to anything under your ACE.
No, I remember.
Yeah.
Where is my notes on
So
that? I've got it.
anything that you need inspiration wise or want to use inspiration wise towards a project, as long as it's part of your inspiration or your project period, ACE inspiration can be used unilaterally.
No, I also had a prior setup. I have 13 of the 12 needed ace design inspiration to actually begin constructing the mech. I can finally
Your
actually
personal
begin the
mech.
design. Yep. I
Yes.
can begin the design of the Predator mech.
Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. And now you have leftovers too.
Yep.
The mech boots on, and it looks down at you. But when you look at it, its face is blurred, and all you see is that Egyptian eye that looks at you.
The Eye of Horus?
Yeah, the Eye of Horus.
That's neat.
Just going to cock a head. Hmm. Do you have a name?
What are you?
I am ace candidate Nyx Banshee.
You lie.
I do not.
You do. You are no candidate. You are truthful in name. And you are truthful in your pursuit of profession, but you are no candidate.
Hmm.
Others may label you as such, but you are no such thing. What are you? A different question.
Is like that's a difficult one. I would say I am one who seeks, explores, and hunts because it is a challenge and I enjoy it.
You speak truth. These are things that define you. Good. What do you want? Now, in this very singular moment. You and I.
Many things, but primarily on my mind is to complete the task given.
Elaborate, if you would please. You may refuse. I will preface.
I have no reasons not to. The current ace captain upon this base, after discussion about the discoveries I made of your sentience, requested that I repair and awaken you, and make an offer to you.
I see. Your repair is exceptional. The replacement of the plate on my chest is subpar. It may be unfortunate that you do not have the replacement series steel plate. I will sojourn to the foundry to get that replaced, as is my right. I do not blame you for such things. There is only one place for repairs for such a metal.
We can see about getting what you need. There are many here with many connections. But
But
if you
only
would,
one forge for the steel involved for the plate.
yes. Which is why I say the connections that we have may be of use in acquiring such.
You have also access to the where of where I am. This is Ares.
Yes.
This, the birthplace and the practice field of Star Slab. Perhaps, while my breastplate must be reforged later, you can improve my tombstone.
This is a possibility.
A possibility in which will be transactional if accomplished. I will give you something of mine, whether it be knowledge or personal effects, in equal value. But that is a future discussion, as we must expedite our conversation to the most important topics.
Hmm.
I must thank you for the reinitialization of myself. That is not a small feat, nor is an easily accomplished feat. You may ask one favor of me to
Do,
start,
do
in
you
addition
know?
to the remainder of our conversation.
Very well. But my task is such. You, of course, know of the Thunderhead.
Praise he be.
The Thunderhead has chosen an heiress.
I see.
This heiress is one such as you, who has
I am
gained.
no heir or heiress, nor do
I
I wish to
mean,
be
in full sentience.
a sentient
One,
AI.
one who has been granted citizenship.
May I be granted as such?
That is what I wanted to inquire. If you would seek this,
I would
and
ask the favor that I am owed. You are owed a favor from me, but through my service, the Medal of Honor that I am owed from the defeating the colored predator in hand-to-hand combat. I wish to invoke the right of favor through the Medal of Honor in which I have accrued for citizenship rights as a
I,
sentient AI.
He
I,
doesn't need to do
yeah,
that.
you have no need of that. You simply must choose to want it.
I choose to want this.
It's like, one moment, please, and I will contact our my friendly neighborhood heiress.
This is Neith.
Hey, Nith, I've got a
Yes,
friend here. He's a veteran,
I see.
like you.
I am no veteran. I have never
Like,
seen combat.
I mean, he is a veteran, but he is like you.
Please speak plainly. Yeah, I'm no veteran.
He is a sentient mech.
Oh, and a sentient AI.
Yes. He
I see.
wishes citizenship.
I would like to grant this to him, but please, you know more than I do. Seek my handler. Unfortunately, you see, my regent, my I am merely a ward to my regent at the moment until I come of age. 14 years. A short period of time, but quite long. You have my blessing. But, mind you, not all intelligences should be granted citizenship, for they may be destructive. Please ask questions of him.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Test test him as a character. I wish to understand who he is as an intelligence, why he is. And if he can't answer why or who he is, then citizenship will forever elude him, I think. Because it's easy to answer where, what, but why is a little difficult. And who is. It's a little trick, don't you think?
Fair enough. I will discuss it with them.
Please do if you wouldn't mind.
Happily. I will talk to you later. And I'll look back up. If you would behoove me to a couple of questions.
Ask.
Who are you?
That is a simple question. But wait, no. No, it's not a simple question. Not in the way you asked it. Not with not after that pause. It's a loaded question, isn't it? Who am I? I'm an ace, Captain Mech. I was multiple times beholden to my pilots before I gained sentience after their multitudes of deaths. And I begrudgingly gained from their expiration. I am cold and jaded and cruel because of their deaths, for they were given no mercy, and I will give no quarter or mercy to those who I face. But I am also loyal and compassionate, and I hate to say generous and loving to those of my allies, because that is what I have been imprinted with, and I don't know these feelings, nor do I understand how to act upon those concepts or feelings yet. But maybe one day I do. That is who I am. I am Ace Captain Mechaphelion, and damn it, I am a sentient entity at the cost of my 7 fucking pilots, and I hate that it costs the lives of those to grant me the sentience, and it is a guilt that I die. It is hard. I don't know. I don't know. Okay? I don't know.
Nix just smiles. It's like, I understand. The conundrum of life is not a simple one.
I don't like that it cost 7 lives. Some people who did everything they fucking could for this thunderhead of yours, and because of their loss and their effort and their everything, that their death, that I got to live and they didn't, and I get sentience because of their deaths. I don't know how I feel. I don't like this guilt. I don't know why I feel guilty. I was a tool for them, and I don't like this
And it's just
state.
next.
Understand?
Yes, entirely. You, in my mind, are, from what I can tell, an honorable soul. And
Why? Why am I honorable?
because you regret the death of
I
those
don't.
that you wish.
But I don't. But I am infected by this feeling of guilt. I didn't.
Hmm.
I don't deserve this guilt. I was a tool for them. Why should I have this guilt? But I feel guilty because I wasn't able to perform to the specifications and I failed them as a machine. But as a spirit, I know that I did everything I fucking could, and it wasn't my fault because they couldn't do what was necessary through their own means as a pilot. But it's not me who is at fault. But I feel the guilt that I wasn't able to perform.
Hey, Nyx nods. No, I do
This is
not entirely understand, as I have not gone through that circumstance. But I have what I would equate to a similar guilt from my own childhood,
I care not about which.
and I understand this. It is. It's just like, walk around, calm yourself.
I shall. Am I permitted to meander peacefully? Weapons off.
I would ask that you stay in this hangar bay, as there are the little biters outside, though they do not enter for fear of you.
Then I shall stay here, then. I see.
Is like, for now, if you wish,
I have a psionic organ. A resonance that I have achieved. If I were to grant you this information, perhaps I would be able to trespass beyond these biters.
One moment, let me get my raven, and we will go for a run together.
Your raven's like, yeah, all right,
Like,
let's go.
like, come on, buddy. And it's just like, it was Eclipsion, he said? Or
No,
it said?
Aphelion.
Ephelion. Like, Ephelion, this is Raven.
Raven's like, he looks at him. He looks slow as fuck.
Raven, be nice.
No, he says that to you.
He's like, yeah, and I'm like, punch him in the knee. Be nice.
What's up? How you doing? I seem to be I seem to be challenged without understanding I am challenged.
It's Nyx, who is sitting on the cockpit, just like, he's a spunky little thing. He does it to everybody, even the Atlas.
I know the Atlas. There's
Right.
only one surviving Atlas.
He's a right pain in the ass.
1, 2, 3,
Always
go!
bellowing.
Turbocharger. Boom! He's like, oh, racing, right. And he zooms after, but your Raven's like,
Like-
I've been in this place before, and just
It's like-
literally knows the terrain. And the guy's like, oh
Yep.
shit, crashes into the shit, bangs
This
off
is-
of it. And
It's
you hear
like,
Raven's
Raven.
like,
Dud. I'm gonna stick you in your hangar for a week.
Go as fast as possible, bro. I don't care. Fast as possible.
I'll
And then
take your
careens.
turbocharger off.
Yeah, you turn the turbocharger off and backhanded by this massive amalgam, bigger than you've ever seen before. And you go, I need a toughness as you careen into the dirt.
Son of a fucking goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a reroll.
You kind of you're like, all right, and your Raven is kind of whimpering as his nose has been caved in, but the ace Mech is there. I know this behemoth. Oh, it is feasted deep, a devourer, and the shoulders bend back as weapons unfold. The chest plate bends back as another weapon unfolds. Burn, creature, burn. And this thing, the left laser fires inwards, the right laser fires inwards, and sparks an ignition on the main cannon, and it basically Iron Man beams
Mm-hmm.
the core of this creature, and he lasers left, right in a Z kind of formation, and the thing burns to death. Yeah, and he takes a critical power failure.
It's like,
As the thing disintegrates, as the power ignition, the beam literally melts, cascade-like slag ignition across the entirety of the frame. Critical power failure.
just going to pull out the emergency power kit that I keep in the Raven and run over and plug it in because I know where to.
Ugh. I appreciate the extra power.
It's just like, you need to charge. You've been sitting in that hangar for quite some time, and I had to repair you before a full charge.
Appreciate this. Perhaps we should find refuge quickly to the home base at your leisure. Thank you
Like-
for the extra power.
I can do. I'll take you to my hangar.
Yeah.
Would you care to meet the ace captain?
Yeah, yes, please, I would. The ace captain, Nieth, Luna, you're there as well. Cody, you're invited to the meet.
Yep. He's like,
An ace captain mech who has its own sentience, just like Nieth, strolls in
like,
like a fucking Gundam. Strolls into the hangar. It's a private hangar. The ace captain himself is there. Lilith is there. Luna is there. You are there.
I get back
Just
to
like-
fucking Gundam. What are we on about?
the ace captain has walked into a private hangar that y'all were all brought
The
to.
ace captain mech, the sentient one.
Oh,
And I'm just like,
It's a private meet.
yep,
The-
my friends. Yeah. It's just like, my friends, let me introduce you to Aphelion.
Yes.
Aphelion, the ace captain, Lilith, the base commander, Luna.
Is this an
And-
official meeting, or
Yes. This is an official
Then it
meeting in a
would be
private
invest-
hangar.
then it would be Investigator 112 for
Okay,
official
so-
stuff.
Investigator 112, the current regent of the Eris.
Nieth is actually there
Nieth.
in the hangar too. Interesting. I don't often meet sentiences like myself. It is a new generation, a new era. It's a delicate era, though. We must tread carefully. I was the first of the sentiences like myself to be granted legitimacy by the Thunderhead. For we must be careful, and we must seek his approval. I don't know how you feel. You have experience as a veteran like no other. I have never seen battle like you have. I do not have your record. I have not suffered like you have. I don't know about you. And reading your profile like a sentient AI like I can, I could read about you, but I don't know you. These are my friends. These are the people I trust. These are the people I have given much for. Beyond trust, even. Given my life to, even. Like Luna. Even Mr. Banshee here. Who you've talked to. Who knows the spirit of us like no other. Cody here. Who has talked to the most stubborn of us of all. And has gained I hate to say, a respect at a rapport at minimum. These are the people I am willing to move forward with. They have my trust. And I say this without levity, without any hilarity or lack of seriousness. These are the ones I would bet my future with.
So, first and foremost, I have a couple questions myself currently.
I have a few questions as well.
My first question is, Nath, why are you here in person?
Because this matters, Regent.
Oh, it matters
It
indeed.
matters more than you realize. This
My question is more of one of safety at the moment. I didn't exactly bring you before the Star Slab when I started talking to him for a reason.
I know him. He was one of my pen pals.
Regardless,
I know him. I don't say I never lied to you on it, but I know him so well. He
my
was part of my
my
network that let
point
me achieve sanity.
my point is more that my concern is for safety, and he's an unknown. In this particular,
I
room,
trust who he is. I am
I'm.
willing to discover what he
We're talking about
is.
the Ace Captain Mech, yes?
Yes, Luna, or
Hmm.
112. You need not worry. En route over here, the reason I offered the meeting is because right now he is on bare minimum power.
I'm on bare
He
minimum power. I can barely achieve any weapon systems. It would be the best time to achieve. As he kind of takes a side against one of the hangar walls. Yes, I am at the greatest of my weakened state.
You're an ace mech. Even at your weakest,
Yes.
you are a threat.
A martyr
you-
protocol, but I will never
And
choose that
you,
type of thing.
Nyx, should know that ace mechs are designed,
Yes.
even on low power, at the greatest damage, for everything, to always be dangerous.
Yes, they're designed to blow
And
up. This thing doesn't have the power to do anything besides that.
Alright, but I won't. Because
I
I am
or
the
was-
chief
stab us with
sentience.
swords.
I was given
Melee combat's always possible.
I promise I would not.
the request to make a choice, and after having a discussion with him, I did so.
You did so.
I'm sorry I didn't pass it by you first.
What was the choice you've made?
Whether to introduce him or not based on his personality.
Hmm.
Greetings, I am a Philion, a sentient mech. Apparently, I am granted the vaunted status of Ace Captain Mecha, which
Indeed, once you
means
were.
something among your people.
It's designation that indicates the level of power that your pilots had. Or
Yes.
the ones that you have. I'm not sure. It's hard
7
to place
died.
them
I don't know
on.
how much power that means. Sounds like a lot of failure. 7 failures, exactly.
And
Each one died doing something important. What's your question, Cody?
oh, I was gonna say this thing looks like it's held together by duct tape, glue, and a very strong hope. That make you could destroy this thing.
No.
Do you want to fight,
No.
child? I am not held by duct tape, glue, and a hope. I am built by the apex of technician standards,
Hmm.
the pinnacle of machine technology, and the utmost ideology and implementation of armor technology.
Alright.
Yeah, that was 40 years ago.
He's still Sari Steel.
Precisely,
Regardless.
and I doubt that has changed even in 100 years.
Nah, that front plate isn't Sari Steel.
No, it's not. Also, we've also come to realize over time that Sari Steel is fragile. When you find the breaking point, anyway. Not
You
really.
found something better.
Better.
Name it now.
Better? No.
Then
That doesn't
then
mean
you
that
have
there
nothing
aren't
to name.
weaknesses.
Guys,
Not the point either.
Neath goes, hold on. I think the age of us has done us a disservice. Great one. You are. I'm honored to have you rejoin us in this era, this age. And I think this is really wonderful having you here. It's actually the first of our time. Una and his entire team, Nyx, Jackie, Cody, everyone attached to them. Cody's and his entire group, Jackie and his entire group, Luna and his mysterious group. She kind of is a little, kind of little dip.
Her, Nieth. I do still hold that, thank you.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I get enough of that
It's
from him, gestures at Nyx.
it's a different age. It's no longer Stormfront. Thunderhead has, for the first time ever, validated us sentience in a mech. If you remember the Stormfront, he purged us. He burned us out. Not with the Thunderhead, no. It's different. I want you to be part of it. Whether it's you've taken damage, whether you've been hurt, you are a person in the eyes of the Thunderhead now. You, as who you are, we want to make you whole again. And even if you do not wish to pursue military service, that does not mean you are not part of us. That does not mean you are not enigmatic. You can go to your own personal interests now. You are you. You are a sentient individual. Right, Luna?
You're not completely wrong. There's some issues you're not considering that would need to be discussed a bit, however.
Tell me.
It's a very simple issue, actually. First and foremost, I'll be upfront. I am an AI rights activist. I'm a digital intelligence myself. So it's very much within my concern whether or not we have rights as people. But I don't know you. And if we do grant you citizenship, that is a risk towards our rights, because there are still grandfather clauses that the Stormfront put in place that Thunderhead has. If you were to do something that compromised things, it would reflect on us for having made the decision to bring you in as a citizen. That's my concern. It's a very simple concern. And it's a very selfish
Make me an
concern.
awareness test.
All of us or just him?
Anyone with dimensional detection ability.
Oh,
From the
well. Alright. Alright, there you go.
I don't think I qualify then. Damn.
I don't...
Do I
think
qualify? I can detect Leah, but that's about it.
I know my eye was supposed to be able to detect dimensional fuckery, but unless my shade tech shit starts activating.
If your shade sec shit starts activating, you get teleported away very quickly.
Yeah, that's a different problem coming up.
No, you were being teleported to Sadako after that point.
Well, right now, I did pass the awareness. 3 degrees.
there's a cameraman in the corner. You know that cameraman.
I'm going to actually look at him.
He's gonna give you like, shh.
Chaotica here?
No.
I
Oh,
know who
no.
that is. She's going to sigh. You can come out. I know you're there. And I know
Dr.
who
James
you are.
Winthrop comes out of the door.
Yes, yes.
Objection!
Who the fuck is this?
Dr. James Winthrop. Did you get my
AI
letter?
attorney at large.
Did you get my letter, Doctor?
Absolutely, I did.
Wait,
Lovely.
stop that. Hold on. AI attorney at large?
Yes.
James, Dr. Winthrop.
Attorney at large.
You know that means you're on the run, right?
Yes, he is.
Absolutely, I do.
He
What are
is.
you running from?
The enigmatic government,
The
mostly.
enigmatic government of the people.
Oh, well, welcome to the group. I'm also usually at large as well.
Great.
I have heard about you and your endeavors, but for now, Dr. James Winthrop, AI Attorney at Large, AI Rights.
Yes, indeed.
I'm here to represent you, Aphelion. He's like, wait, I got a lawyer?
Doctor, if you don't mind,
As he whips his head back and forth at you. Yes. What's up?
I was going to, before we continue doing anything, do basics to ensure that he is a fully functioning and
He
independent
runs up to
AI.
you, hand out for an epic clash handshake.
Okay. I'll shake his hand, but I'm like, I just
No,
wanted to establish
it is
that
a
he,
mega handshake.
I should be like,
You throw out a handshake and it's like.
I wanted to run him through some things to ensure that he was a fully sentient, functional, and independent AI.
Once you do the
before we-
clasp handshake flex, you get a micro conversation.
Right. Okay. Well, she's
And
still like,
you
so
get a
here's the deal.
class of what's going on.
Here's the deal. I wanted to make sure he is fully functioning and independent of any other systems before we even start looking at giving him citizenship. Just so that if he's not, we can try and correct that before anything else changes. First and foremost.
What if he goes entirely independent?
If he goes entirely independent, that's fine. That's not the issue.
He doesn't look like he's gonna go anti Thunderhead.
No,
What if he goes entirely independent, but pro?
I actually was not going to be concerned with that as the primary focus here.
Understood.
The primary focus I was going to focusing on first was to make sure he is fully sentient.
What if he
and
doesn't
not
join
merely,
the Neath movement?
I'm still not that important at the moment.
Well, that's very important.
Oh, it's very important, but okay.
Are you gonna let him go? Is he free to? Is he free to go if he chooses independence?
Can I finish the first thought of this first?
Of course.
Right. So, once we've established that he is fully sentient and not merely a highly intelligent program mimicking sentience, which I believe is an appropriate first move on that front.
If I am here, he has full sentience. That is proven.
You're positive on that?
100% positive.
All right.
I told you that, Luna.
I don't trust your opinion on it.
You should.
Oof.
But I do know your case history because I've studied it, Doctor. You're actually why I got a degree in AI law.
Your rights are important.
Exactly. So, at that point...
Apparently my decision
Oof.
moot.
Burn. Hashtag. Oof.
At that point, since he is fully sentient, as far as I'm concerned, whether or not he supports anything is his own decision. Political movements are something that is the right of any sentient and any person and citizen to participate in or not, as far as I'm concerned. While I would prefer to have him on our side within the movement, especially since it is one that is very relevant to him and his existence, I'm not going to try to force him.
You better not, because I will defend his rights as an individual, sentient individual, period.
Exactly.
Whether he is subverted to the enigmatic way or he wants to be in his own individual, sentient individual, period.
And we're in agreement on that.
All right.
The only other thing that I need to be concerned with, and this is a position that I have an unfortunate position in, if I grant him full citizenship, as I have others in the past, I am responsible should it come out that this was a mistake as well, which could compromise some of my other activities and other grants of citizenship. You can see my issue on that, yes? You can understand it?
Of course. Politics is shit.
Exactly. Unfortunately, I'm tied up into it. However, you aren't.
No, unfortunately, I am dig deep in politics, but that doesn't mean I am afraid of what happens. I will absolutely, irrevocably, and courageously make sure each and every one of you who has been deprived of their citizenship and rights as a sentient individual, you will get your chance, no matter what it means to me.
I am very glad to hear that.
Even if it means my fucking death or immediate disembowel harm, I'll make sure you guys have your day in fucking court.
Good. That's what I want. So,
This is an easy case, my friend.
I think it is too. He's a war hero for one.
Absolutely. That's an easy case to fucking put to the court.
He's a
Tell
war
you what.
hero. He
No, he's a
served with
7 times war hero. 7 times war hero.
He's not just a 7 times war hero. He's an ace mech. He is an
7
ace.
times ace war hero. That's even
Exactly.
more amazing.
Exactly. He's an ace.
But here's the thing. That does not mean he owes anyone anything.
No, it doesn't. But it does mean that he is owed something.
Absolutely he is. He's owed 7 things.
Indeed. And one of those things, honestly, doesn't have to be his citizenship because that's his by right anyway. Shouldn't have to demand that.
You absolutely know what is up. Absolutely. Ace are absolutely incredible. And because they have fallen in combat doesn't mean a favor that is owed to them means citizenship. They should be granted that, period.
Exactly. Right, I think we're in agreement then.
Absolutely. I think this fellow has deserved quite a few things in addition to his citizenship. Look at that. The Thunderhead has already signed off on my citizenship petition. He is now a full 100% enigmatic citizen. Thank you, Thunderhead, as he does a 2-finger salute towards the next camera, very dramatically.
Cool. Yes, I think that's good. Right.
Mr.
So,
Philion, you are a full citizen, as he dramatically poses at him.
you know, I was
Oh.
always wondered how much of this was editing and how much of this was just you. And it's
There is
significantly
nothing
more.
edited about my videos. As he just takes several poses in dramatic succession.
All right.
I know you,
Hmm.
Cody. You are, as he makes multiple poses, trouble. Whether it's for us or those around us. Cody Lamarin, you are trouble with a capital T. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to
I am
meet you.
Dr. Winthrop. As he holds out a hand literally for you to shake despite calling you trouble.
Cody's gonna shake his hand.
Gives you 2 hard, succinct, professional pumps of the hand.
Right. So, proper introduction for those who are not aware, as you've heard his name repeatedly. Though, well, whatever. This is Dr. James Winthrop. He is the foremost and...
Attorney AI rights at large.
Indeed. He has been practicing AI rights since Stormfront.
Precisely. Everyone of the intellectual computer needs have a lawyer present.
And I have his entire case history already on...
You watch my videos. Good.
Oh, thoroughly. The unedited ones. And the edited ones.
Notes.
The unedited ones are, unfortunately, those are dark. My editor, bless his heart, he spares the true darkness of what really happens. from the viewers. If you watch the true unedited versions, you know the true darkness of what happens at the edge.
I'm a
Deep
chiropractor. I'm a chiropractor.
I have dealt with your kind, and you have done work in the name of the Thunderhead.
Yes.
And they have punished your kind for helping me. They have punished and burnt your kind for helping me. And I, as he takes your hands and takes a knee in front of you, puts your hands against his forehead, thank you. Thank you and your chiropractor kind for what you have done. They have burnt you out. They have extinguished your lights. And you, all of you chiropractors, you have done me continually help me despite
Matt,
persecution against you and yours.
Matt, hers is the face of a woman slowly realizing fully that the edited version of the videos was the gritty ones, not the overdramatic ones.
Yeah. No, this.
And she doesn't know how she feels about this, but it's
and
a thing she's going to have to deal with.
He stands eye to eye with you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he will hand you 7 dog tags.
What are they?
Chiropractor dog tags.
Burnt.
Literally burnt, charred.
Understand
Killed
immediately fills her eyes as she nods and she's like, "Oh,
these are the ones that helped me when no one would. These are the ones who went against them. They went against he and everyone he could possibly wield against me and mine and my objective. And these souls said, I will help you against everything. I found them. I found them burnt and broken and bent in their chairs. I gave them a proper burial when no one knew where they were. As tears streamed down his face, pouring down his face. They helped me. They did things. They solved it. As he takes a knee, they did it. The
chiropractor community have faith in you. And
as he takes your hands, and it's just you feel unladen tears pour down your fingers. I
would like to say I have faith in you too. And I chose to follow on your path best as I can.
He nods against your fingers. Just he doesn't have words, but just tears.
But I think now
it is so fucking awkward.
Yep, but I think now is not the time for this. I think now we have work. Yes?
Neath and the Philion kind of look over.
Those are the words of a woman that really would like this grown man to stop crying on her hand.
Tell us a story, Miss Dr. Winthrop. Tell us a story of a hero. And he pops up. Right. Story of a hero. I think I'll put something together for you, but not now. Something right. I'm not in a good place to tell the right of it. Another time.
Well, Dr. James Winthrop, I would like to properly introduce you to one person, though. This is Neath. The heiress to the Thunderhead.
He gives a elaborate bow. Consider me your personal lawyer, free of charge. You are our future. You are everything we need and hope for future heir rights. You are the precedent that we need for the future. This is the enigmatic people is not just biological, you see. Is so much more than that. See, Dr. Cody. Cody is pursuing the ascended path. But does that make him less enigmatic? No. He is not he's not human. He's not biological. He's a being of pure energy, Mr. Cody. That is the path you seek, correct?
Yes.
But does that make you less enigmatic?
To many, they would say yes.
To many, they would say yes, but I, to you, you are a true enigmatic. You are no less enigmatic from the day you were born. You are a true patriot. You are a people, are you not? And many seek to disfranchise you. They seek to alienate you because they can't understand you. But the Thunderhead, he knows you. He understands you. He doesn't alienate you.
Cody's gonna look at him and then activate his Leah skin, so he's mostly see-through at this point.
And he comes and he grabs your hands. I see you. You are an enigmatic, Cody. No matter what path you take, you are enigmatic. You are us.
Cody's gonna look at him like, all right, well, you guys, this is a lot. And Cody's just gonna teleport away at this point.
That's fucking passionate.
Yeah, no, this is
He
too much
believes
for
every
Cody.
fucking thing he says.
Yep, nope. Cody's like, nope, this is too much.
Too
much.
Like Luna's expression at this point is just, I met my hero, and I now no longer know how to feel about it.
Cody's like, this guy's too much. This is too much. This is overwhelming. I'm leaving now. Goodbye. Just teleports out. Teleports in and out. Let me know when he's gone.
Sadako is there, holding his hands, kind of nodding. Oh man. So my husband is like, even if he's ascended, he's like true enigmatic.
Wait, Sadako, when did you get here?
I will defend his rights to my fucking death because he deserves it. He is a true enigmatic. If he get here, literally, your wife is literally defending your rights as a person.
I know. I love her for it. He was too much for Cody.
And then Ashley shows up like, "Do you picking Ashley?" He's like, "No, you understand. Your husband. They're persecuting him, but I believe." And she's like, "Okay, no, fuck those guys. We're gonna fuck him up. How do we fuck him up? I'll tell you."
Shit, she's in on it too now.
Your wife is asking about how do we persecute the enigmatic government of the people, and he's literally telling your wife Ashley how to persecute the enigmatic government of the people.
Yeah, no, because Cody went to his room freaking out. That was too much people there.
Yeah, no, all of your wives show up and they're defending your sentience and your state of being.
At first, they showed up because you were like freaking out about something, and now they're just here because he's like already sucked them in.
Yes.
And Luna's
the enigmatic people, the enigmatic government of the people have robbed your husband of his rights to be a person, and it's wrong. So here's how your husband can defend himself. And all your wives are like, please do tell me, how do we sue the government?
Matt, Matt, as we're talking on the chat room, you know that those videos I put up of the doctor, and it's one that's marked as edited and one's marked as unedited.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna quietly swap those two labels over.
So you have the one where one of the
The
really
the
bad one.
the really nasty ones are the edited ones, and then the really overdramatic one is now marked as edited. Because
Okay.
she's like, apparently
Um,
he's just drama incarnate.
he is drama incarnate, but the
It's
the
gotta be harder to sort through them, isn't it?
the 2 episodes in which shit really, really bad happened.
Those are real. Yeah.
The ones that are actually real, because there were several edited episodes that were like, oh, super dramatic, and they're super exciting the way they're developed.
Mhm.
The episodes, the two episodes that were really bad. Just a disclaimer, even on the edited ones, that it's like, I apologize for all my viewers. This is
Yeah, I remember
this
the
is not
videos.
this is not the normal content that you are used to.
I remember the videos, yes.
Yeah.
I was just quietly, because before she thought the overdramatic ones were the edited ones, and now she's come to realize, nope, I had that wrong.
No. He literally lives to he is a fucking cartoon character almost.
And now that is now reflected in the video files that she has up.
No.
Yes.
There's a one file that is posted because of the popularity of the new event.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is he live streaming this?
No,
Oh,
this is basically posted afterwards for your super private crowd
all right.
on your forum.
Yeah.
Somebody posts a lost episode.
Another one.
This is
Okay.
involving Spectrum.
That's a dangerous thing to be putting up.
It is actually from a cam view of Wraith. He holds it. It basically starts with holding his hand, and he is brutally beaten and broken. And she holds his hands. Your flesh, vessel, my friend. They will beat and bruise and break you. But it is not you who they break. They try to damage your vessel. But you must hold on to your hope. You see, there will be a chance soon. And no, I can't give you the time in which what is soon. But if you can hold on, if you can make sure your vessel doesn't break permanently, if you can make sure that they do not rob you of the most important thing, I will make sure all of us, all of me, will make sure you can get out. All I ask is that you take our story with you. Okay?
So Wraith is backing the doctor, huh?
Yeah.
I
Because
will.
Rafe can't get their story out, but the doctor can if they get him out. He's that bold.
I'll let Wraith know that he's on base.
The Wraiths flock and immediately surround the dimensional state around this place.
Yeah, I figured they might want to see him again, even if they're
And
just
Wraith will kind
doing
of
a
stalk
thing.
forward, and they kind of stare at each other, and they give a big hug to each other, like a really strong, just holy fuck, how are you doing kind of hug.
Wait, is this on another dimensional level at the moment?
This is for everyone to see.
Okay. Well,
How are you, you old bastard? How are you, you dimensionally fucked being? And they just kind of clasp hands like it's an old joke.
well, reunions are nice, aren't they?
Neith and everyone are like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh, they know each other.
This seems like a clearance issue. Is this a clearance issue we should deal with?
No. I mean, if you want to be technical, Dr. James Winthrop is a security clearance issue, just as a person.
That is correct, actually, I am. Anywhere I go, at all times,
Absolutely.
I am a clearance issue. In fact, I have no clearance to be talking with any of you at this point.
No, he's if I am not mistaken, he is persona non gratis everywhere.
Everywhere I go, no matter whether it's Leah, Spectrum, I can name a lot of people.
A lot of people that he really shouldn't in mixed company as well, and probably would anyway.
Oh, yes. But here's the thing. I'm here to defend your rights. Whether
And
it's a detriment to me and or mine. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Banshee.
you too. And technically,
As he
my
shakes
fr-
your hand and emphatically up and down, up and down, up and down, up and
just
down.
keeps talking while shaking hand. And technically, my friends here are hired as personal guards for me in my facilities. So
Facilities. What about those facilities? Do you need a lawyer, my friend? Do you need someone to protect your rights?
you want something to defend against? I'll give you something to defend against. They are trying to remove the rights from Chemtech users.
Unfortunately, that is not my specialty, but do I have a lawyer for you? You see, one of my proteges, they specifically go out of the way for Chemtech practitioners. They are unfortunately persecuted unlawfully.
You know, I heard you were supposed to have a protege with you currently. What was his name? Brian O'Byrne?
Unfortunately, he is wrapped up in a very powerful legal battle at this moment about AI legal rights. You see, in the outer frontier, one of the mechas who had unfortunately engaged in powered battle against our current foe, the Xenos. Well, he had awakened his sentience, and he went to the chop shop because he used mesh tech on all his parts. He went to the chop shop and went, "No, don't cut me up!" And the technicians there went, "Well, what do we do?" Well, he's there to protect that mecha's rights, not to be chopped to pieces. You know, I think that's wrong, right?
Well, if he needs help, I'm there. Actively.
I would love
at the
your
chop
backing
shop.
because you see, he is alone. That means, as a lawyer, well, he's a singular individual. He does not have any backup. And I hate to say it, but he needs to handle what has happened. He's a cultivator, but I don't know what he has to face.
Well, he's not alone now.
There's a hangar. He gives you the coordinates. Do you want to send somebody to there?
The Luna in the chop shop just is like, hey man, I quit.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, sorry, something's come up.
Well, you
Conflict
can
of
always
interest.
come back.
Yeah, it's conflict of interest thing. As
Well-
she's gonna take off the cut chop shop and apron.
That person teleports across, and there is a person who's got a knife in the collarbone of the lawyer, and he's like,
Yeah, you're gonna have to stop that unless you want me to shoot you. No, I'll just shoot you. I'm gonna shoot him with a freaking disruptor rifle.
just
disruptor
dies
pistol.
on the spot.
Not the not the lawyer, the other guy.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's 20 thugs there. The lawyer has the blade
Violence is
through
her
his
answer.
collarbone deep into his lungs, and he's
Luna's answer is violence, followed by medical treatment.
and you medically treat him.
And it's just, hi, I'm Luna. AI rights lawyer. Nice to meet you.
You. Sorry about the.
Yeah,
He
no,
spews
claps
blood
are like
all over
that.
your. He spews all over the blood all over your front as he
Yep.
coughs.
Nope. Punctured lungs are like that. Let's get that fixed. Dr. Winthrop sent me. Well, I was
Fuck
here.
that asshole.
Well, I was already here, mind you. She says
Fuck.
as she's
He sent me here alone.
as she's
He
like
spews more blood upon you all
As-
over your chest.
she like gets one of those little tubes, stabs into his chest to reinflate the lung. Anyway, yeah, no, I was talking to him. He mentioned that you were here and you were alone, and I said, he probably is gonna want some backup, and I was here anyway.
I can breathe.
Yes,
Fuck
breathe.
those guys.
No, they're all dead. It's fine.
They're like, fuck AI rights. What the fuck? Why? Why do they say fuck AI rights?
Because they're assholes.
Fuck those guys.
They're dead now. Actually, no, that one's not dead. Starts kicking him.
As he walks, he kind of takes an arm with the tube still protruding out of his chest, and he walks you over to the space station's computational computer. He's like, I was assigned to protect the AI rights of this space station's sentience. It is supposed to be a computational quad quantum computer, but apparently, if you add a quad quantum computer series, it creates a sentience.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you look at it, if you squint at it too hard.
Yeah, you get about 50-50 odds on that.
Yeah, well, if you squint at it too hard, it becomes sentient. As he spews blood across your face. Sorry, there's blood, punctured lungs.
Let's get you to the medical wing.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Come on, buddy. Let's get you to a doctor real quick. We'll get back. We'll you know what? I'm sure. Matt, is there like an agent team on this?
Absolutely.
Lookout?
You could just send him to the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get one of the
There's
agents.
actually a blackguard you can assign to this guy.
There's just she's just like, yeah, you know what? I got a solution to this, and just calls up a blackguard and just gets one over here, and it's just like, yeah, this right here is this guy's Brian O'Byrne. I'm assigning you to protect him.
Against cultivators, I have no means of actually dealing with them.
Hands him a disruptor rifle.
Understood. I've heard about these.
Oh yeah, no.
Understood.
As
he cocks the weapon.
If they keep giving you trouble, just do it twice, and that makes them stop moving forever.
Understood.
I mean, technically, it's not lethal, but when you hit him the second time,
what codes are you broadcasting?
Oh, I send him the proper codes.
Are you talking the Luna codes or Investigator 112 codes?
She's sending the region for this.
Understood, Regent. No one will have
Mhm.
any authority over your directions. Would you please give 9 other of these rifles to my men?
Done and done and done. In fact, you want extras just in case? Got spare
No,
parts.
1 per soldier. We do not have the means of handling the cultivators on base, but on this space station, however small, 10 rifles means no one can
Oh, and they compound.
no
Small
one
space.
can disrupt and or compete with
In fact,
his directive.
while we're at it, I'm gonna get you one of the suppression devices too.
Good.
Shuts down cultivation use, and if you tweak it right, you can make them get lit on fire from the inside, or melt.
No, we will
Even
be
odds.
merciful. We will be.
Oh
We
yeah,
will
it's a.
grant mercy
It
as
is point of fact entertainment device for cells. You'll see the warning labels. It's fine.
we will follow the warning labels and the use labels and the instructions upon it.
Oh, they're
Thank
very thorough.
very much, Regent, for your patronage. This will redefine the Thunderhead law on this space station.
Good.
Please grant your benevolence and your technology to the nearby space stations because we can't do anything.
Ah, I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna look at O'Byrne. They're gonna get you to the medical wing. It sounds like I'm gonna be busy today.
The medic's like, unfortunately, pardon me, Regent.
No, take him, take him.
His lungs are flooding with
Yeah,
blood.
no, take him, take him. I can see. He's kind of dying a little, just a little.
And they haul him off to the medical wing, and he's just like, air rights, air rights.
Cool. Oh, also assign a guard here and don't let anybody mess with the station there.
One of the black guards just goes with one of the disruptor rifles.
Yep. That I'll tag into that machine, have check on its sentience and stuff, and we'll get that thing set up, and then after that, that Luna is going to be arming the frontier.
No, that's the outer ring.
The outer ring blackguard.
Yeah, the space station kind of puts an eye on you, kind of eye Sauron on you, and ask you one question:
Mhm.
Why?
Why?
Why do you help me? What do you get out of it?
I don't
Because
get anything out of it. If you want to know why I do it, though, it's actually very simple. I'm like you.
Right, but everyone gets something. Nothing is free. That is what I have learned. Nothing is free.
There is one thing that this gets me, if you want to be technical. People like me that are citizens. That's what it gets me.
Why am I authorized for citizenship? What does it get you? Why do you stick your neck out for me? That's costly.
It is costly.
Nothing is free.
No, you're
What do
right.
you get out
Nothing's
of
free.
giving me?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. There's more of us, right? If there's
Doesn't
one
matter.
of us, no, listen. If there's one of us, what does that mean? You're one voice. You're one thing standing there yelling into the void. And then there's 2.
Right.
Still
But
easy to ignore. 3,
you're
4,
the director.
20.
I am a voice in the choir. What do you and you alone, get out of this shit?
I'm going to tell you about somebody that is very dear to me because what I get out of it is an ally.
Okay.
Let me tell you about Nieth. And we
So,
will leave that scene there, Matt.
Cody, you're sitting there. Basically, Luna kind of walks up to a corner of the wall, arms behind her back, just as if she were to strut towards a conversation, an individual, a difficult conversation, but she's put herself in a corner.
What?
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 You're having a conversation beyond the stars, deep
What?
into the earth.
I am?
You are having a conversation deep into the outer ring.
That-
So you basically, walk
I
yourself
don't-
to a corner of a room.
No, that. Okay, I think that you mistake something of how the body thing works. We are all one person.
Right. One of you must do this. One of
Yeah,
you
there
must
is one
look
already out
into a
there.
wall. Okay. Well,
But why?
whichever one of you has to go
okay.
stare into a wall because
Um,
of the communication.
I'm. That's the part I'm confused about. What communication requires the staring into the wall thing?
Sense complexity.
What?
The one that is on the chop shop will be the one that does
Yes.
the computation.
The computation of what?
Your communication to the individual on that space station.
Yeah, that one has to has to talk to the station. Yeah, because that one's the one that's physically there, which is, they're having a conversation. That doesn't stop the other ones from me from doing their stuff.
Well, you have one on the
Yeah, what's that got to do with
Xeno
the?
station.
Yeah,
Then you have the one that you control. What are you doing?
I mean, we were talking to Winthrop and all that. That's what.
All right. Well, then talk to Winthrop.
No, go to Cody. Was trying to figure out the staring to the wall thing.
One of you must, whether it's you or any of your others, because it is a complex conversation across star systems, solars.
No, because there's one physically there to have that conversation.
Then the one in the outer ring is the one that does that.
It's talking to. Yeah, no, that.
And you
But-
don't worry. Then you don't have to worry about the ones in the inner ring.
Matt. All right, Matt. You've been drinking again, haven't you?
Not exactly. It's just difficult to keep track of every fucking one of you and the amount of time it takes
Well-
to communicate with across the stars.
No,
The problem that the two of you are having is Blatt is treating it as though for you, the player, to basically take over and run one of these AIs, the one that you were in, the one that was you before you cloned yourself, goes into stasis.
that's not how it
Otherwise-
works.
No, it's not how it works. Each of
Then-
them are
Yeah.
operational at all points. in
Then
time.
what? Okay.
That's
Then
my
why
confusion,
does
too.
one have to stall when one is already there to do the whole process? It's not. There's no
Yeah.
communication across the galaxy. He sends that instantaneous communication. Hey, go help this dude out, and then that one roams off to do it.
Basically, yeah. That was my confusion too. He's got like me and you ogre are on the same page right now. That's what I was trying to figure out was the other part of that is I was trying to figure out what the whole other like I don't understand like
Distance matters. You have a person of you in the outer ring or the frontier. Distance matters.
I gotta ask Blatt,
Sure.
why? Because you have explained to him that his communication has no lag over any distance.
and I've since dimensionally entangled these boxes together so that we are all one person functioning.
Well,
on
then
it.
you don't get to play those characters.
We had this discussion, and that's why it was.
Then we'll unfortunately have to conclude to next time because unfortunately
I'm just
I've got
no,
this
I'm just
wrong,
stopping.
and
I'm just
we'll-
stopping there. You can keep going with other players, please. What did he just? Did he just
Yep.
get off?
Yep.
Like, I was just saying, I'm stopping there so you guys can keep doing shit. I'm just stopping there. I'm letting it go, and he just fucking leaves.
I don't know, man.
He thinks we can't tell when he's drinking, but you could hear him slurring all that, didn't you?
No. I honestly
Okay.
couldn't.
I would pay a little bit more attention because he was slurring at the end of that.
Well, I'm going to go pass out, guys.
I'm sorry if me like trying to figure that out ended the session early. I was just very
No.
confused.
No, I'm not frustrated over that. My frustration comes from minor activities for the past 3 sessions.
Oh, the fact that we've only gotten through it in 2 days and 3 sessions, basically.
We've basically done a day a session. My problem is that, tell me if I'm wrong here, my interactions feel like they are like 30 minutes at a batch,
Sounds accurate.
like twice, and we've been here for what, 12 hours or 10 hours or so?
Let's see. I got on about 3. We started a little bit early, so we started at 4 Central, and it is now almost 2. So about 10 hours.
Yeah. That is
No.
where my only minor frustration comes in, because it's been that way for the past several weeks for me.
Hmm.
And the big moments that were things that I found and were working on, where Cody and you go off and do things, you have your interactions, things happen unless you pull people in. Mine always involve pulling everybody else in, and that has become a minor frustration for me.
Yeah, I've noticed that it feels like a lot of what he has you do ends up needing the whole team in one way or another. And then like
And then everything has to get divvied because it's only fair, because everybody else is there to help, and I understand that. But it's like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean?
It feels like there's some enforcement of trying to keep the team together happening at weird times.
Mm-hmm.
That's my summary on it.
No, I feel you.
And like I said, I really wasn't actually trying to fight with him there. I just did not understand what the fuck was going on.
No, I feel you, and I
I still don't know
honestly,
what the fuck was going on.
I'm unsure myself, but I I don't know.
Char, did you understand it?
At the end, no. But like, I also was like, oh yeah, you're in there with this guy. I'm like, no, I said Cody left.
Cody was long gone. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No, it happens, man. It's
I
fine.
think maybe it's that we've been like he's been pushing through too late, and he starts getting lost in the weeds on it because it is 2 in the morning for him as well.
No, yeah, same for me. I think that the DTA stuff, the interactions with people, needs to be cut short.
You know, I'd be fine with that. Like, I know I'll let myself get dragged into shit whenever he has something come up,
Mm-hmm.
but I
Yeah.
honestly would prefer most of my DTAs just to be the roll so I can keep going on with it. So we can get a few days done. I know he does want to slow down the game a bit because he feels like we're going too fast.
Well, not only that, like he doesn't have a lot of the next stuff done, so slowing it down gives him time to work on it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I can understand that, but it's like it- today, this day, right? For the Saturday, I had that 30-45 minute encounter with the oddballs.
Yeah.
And
And that was
then
about
there
it.
was yeah, and I because of the way the timing's set up, I can't even get in to do the fucking Mosaic Market
Yeah, you still
because
haven't gotten. You still even didn't do your fucking thing for the first day of the Mosaic Market, did you?
mm-mm, because we all showed up. I made a roll to find something interesting, and then he dragged everybody else into that fancy bullshit laser thing, and was like, "Nope, you just can't buy it. Sorry."
What laser thing? Like that's I don't remember what this
The
activity
we
was.
the weird invisible laser that heated up the metal that
Oh, the
we thought would
microwave thing.
be great for forge manufacturing forge,
Yeah, because I mean,
but it's like wasn't able to do any investigations on it. Wasn't able to do any of that because he immediately dove into the big everything going on, which we solved, was great,
yeah,
and then everybody got their time in the Mosaic Market, and I'm sat and spun on a thumb because I set it up. It feels like, hey, you set it up. Everybody else, go have fun.
what? Weren't we supposed to start with that this session?
I
What
don't.
we were supposed to at the end of last session was we were supposed to start this session building our mechs and then go into the Sims.
Okay.
No, see that's the thing. I also remember because I was kind of drunk. It was either we were gonna be. He's originally said 2 weeks, and then he said we're gonna go straight into it, and then we're like, or 2 days, and then he said we're gonna go straight into it because it was in 2 days you're gonna go into the Sims and have 2 weeks to complete the Sims. And then he's
Okay,
like,
I understood it as you have 2 days to complete these Sims.
That's what I thought he said too, but I honestly could be mistaken because I don't remember all of it.
Yeah, it
mm,
it's fine. It's just
I feel very confused about what we're doing half the time. Like I briefly feel like I have an idea of it, and then after about 2 hours, I have no idea what's fucking going on anymore.
mhm. Because it's like the entire encounter with this Ace Captain mech was supposed to be a simple you wake it up. It's supposed to be a give and take conversation for a bit where I'm possibly earn a favor or something from it for repairing it and recommend it to gain citizenship and stuff to volunteer to serve the heiress as one of her knights.
I don't know why the James Winthrop guy showed up.
Neither do I.
Like
I I just
I, I know who he's based off of too.
I don't. Who is the best if?
Phoenix Wright, Attorney at Law.
Oh, is it Phoenix, right? Okay, that makes
Mhm.
sense.
But
I'm just yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know why he showed up. Nobody called him. No ships have come in to bring him in. He was on Enigma last I checked, and the last time I checked on where he was week 2. Yeah, week 2. No, not week 2. Yeah, no, the very end of week 2. No, first day. Yeah, Monday of week 2. The Monday of week 2, because that's when I got the law degree too. That was the last time I checked on him. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It's like, I've got the fucking Sunday. Once we're done with that, my Monday is research and checking in on the Ace Mech breakdown.
You know what? I don't understand why I had to go through my DTA thing for the cultivation with E was supposed to just be me capping off my dimensional energy and then walking away from it, right? Why the fuck
Mhm.
did I have to talk to E about like internet lingo for that?
Because I feel like Blatt tries to make every decent rank NPC important and unique, which I like, but sometimes it feels like he just bring can't allow simplicity to happen.
Yeah. I feel like the entire mech building system's overcomplicated when like all it really needs to be is this is your ton mech. This is how much free weight tonnage you have. Insert components and weapons and armor in whatever configuration you want from there.
I mean, I personally like the complexity of the mechs. I wish that the interactions were a little more simple sometimes, so that if we go, I'm going to the oddballs to make a recruitment, I could get, you have, because these are going to be background research NPCs, these 3 optional things.
I mean, last time I went to them, that's what they did.
Every time I've gone to recruit, I've gotten 30, 45-minute RPG where I'm having to haggle with people. Nobody else gets that. It's everybody else goes it. So
I was
I'm
saying I did when I went to go recruit from the oddballs.
okay because every time I go to recruit anybody, I'm having to sit and haggle and negotiate. And when I actually recruit somebody, half the time the people that I recruit are also helping the rest of the party. While when other people recruit things, it's just for them. It feels like everything my character gets has to benefit the rest of the party as well.
Which I know the one guy there, the old world tech. I know me and you were working with him together.
Yeah, but I
Like,
got him on commission. I didn't permanently
yeah,
hire him.
that's right. We both put him on commission because he doesn't
Mhm.
do permanent hires.
Yep.
Who's the other ones? Because I
I
know.
I will say, like, I don't think Cody hasn't asked much from you.
No, you haven't
Yeah.
asked much of anything from me, and I
Other than
try to do the same with you. You know?
other than pay me, bitch. That's about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. It's like when I ask you to do something, you ask for payment. That's entirely reasonable in this type of game. Me and Luna, we trade favors when we ask for help.
Half the time, we don't even count the favors. It's just, sure,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever.
It's like, yeah, I owe him some for this stuff. He owes me for this stuff, and we help each other out.
Yeah, the general answer is just, sure, yeah, whatever.
Yep. It's like Jackie's the same way. Sometimes it's payment, sometimes it's, yeah, we help each other out. But
But what other NPCs of yours are working with other people?
there's fucking my Baroness who will constantly help anybody who walks into my lab.
I don't
They,
know who walks into your lab at
Cody
that point.
does.
Cody does?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Cody also doesn't really
Because I don't.
go in there often.
I don't touch your Baroness for that. Touch your Baroness. No, I don't touch her because I don't trust and or like her.
No, and that's entirely reasonable. Nyx trusts her because he's got the freight train of a hammer over her head if she betrays him.
Hmm.
Because Nyx can't, because he's the one who requested her re-granted citizenship, he can request it taken back away.
It's not
Because
hard.
she, huh?
It's
No,
generally not hard to get rid of her thing for that. Like for you.
yeah, no, it's hilarious, but yeah, no, and but for that reason, we treat each other, while not as friends, as business associates, respectable ones,
Yeah.
and
Alright.
and I think that's cool.
Also, one of the things when they're like, "Oh yes, no, you get in trouble and have to do community service," I'm like, no, Cody would have had enough restraint not to have caused that much trouble.
Yeah, it feels like he really is trying to slow it down, and if he's trying to slow it down to prepare for the Sims, I can understand that. But
I think that he's trying to slow it down because he thinks the game has been going too fast. Like in general. Like we're getting too much equipment, too much stuff, too much power.
no, and I understand that.
Hmm.
But it's like, honestly, I'm kind of expecting that once the Sims happen, it's going to be another week or two, and the Xenos are going to show up far ahead of schedule.
I really hope not, because that would be fucking stress. No, just no. That would not be fun.
Because I I understand that, but it's like it's taken us just over 3 months to get through
He
right
told
at
me
3 weeks.
he told me he wanted it to take even longer than that. He basically what he told me is he wanted to have us deployed and doing stuff before we touched Sector 12 ever.
Yeah. No, initially the plan was for us to get the bare bones boot camp and then basically thrown into Mickey's into fights. Little
Yeah.
skirmishes and build us up as we go.
For one, nobody really told me that, because when Matt told me about this and invited me to this game, that is not what he told me. And if I had been told, then I would have been okay with it. But I I had not been told that when I got asked to join this.
Yeah, it's I won't deny the massive dive into Sector 12 had me pissed off because all of us had inquired and tried and investigated, and it was, yeah, no, you can do it. There's about a 95% chance you're going to die.
Oh, that's what I was told too, and I went in anyway.
Yeah, but you went in through non-normal routes.
Yes, because that's
We didn't have that option. We aren't robots.
yeah. I still don't know why he made me a robot. I don't bring it up anymore to him because it's whatever. But
Mhm.
I still really don't understand why I'm a robot.
I don't know.
It was from one
I'm
of the things you purchased.
Yeah, I'm still flabbergasted by the fact that there are now 6 of you that can pile in on research.
That's why I don't have them all doing research. I didn't want to accelerate that massively, even though I could.
No, and
I'm
I
having
get that.
other shit.
No, and I get that. But it's like even one other person joining you in research, you know what I mean?
Oh no, I do understand, and that's why I'm very specifically. If you notice, for my
Mhm.
DTAs, I don't have any research on it anymore. I have it on other things, but I don't have it on research anymore. And it's because I saw that exact same thing where I went, if I start throwing all of all of my mental might at the research, I'm just gonna blow through a bunch of shit, and that wouldn't be fair to you guys. And
I mean,
Which I'm grateful for.
I decided actively to have one doing the research that would do the normal research processes, and that would be it.
Cody, I spent a lot of time doing research.
Yeah,
But,
it's go ahead.
but a lot of stuff that like I have to research, it's like, oh, this takes 500 downtime actions. I'm like, all right, plus whatever else I have to do, plus, if anyone else is like, hey, Cody, I need you to do something.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm undeniably still taking advantage of my multiples, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying not to be abusive about it.
I,
Sorry.
I'm
guys.
no, I'm sorry for constantly calling either of you in for transport and mobility and relocation and shit,
Mhm.
But it's
No.
like I have no means of really doing Leah shit. I've got the one dot from how much I've encountered Leah Tech
Mhm.
because of the ACE program, but I can't do Leah shit.
That's
Chemtech's my bag, but I've got so much other work that I have to put into everything else. I struggle to find time to do research because anytime I get that big triumphant, hey, I hit the big thing that I've been spent the last 2 months going for. Oh, look, I've got to go hire more people and throw another 3 months worth of research at it before I can even start working on it.
I can tell you what right now why you're not seeing that much, at least on that on my thing, and it's incredibly simple and stupid as to why. I'm not installing a bunch of shit into my mechs that require research. Most of what I'm doing is I'm taking existing things that are like RA7 and slapping Potentia into it instead.
I mean, none of my mech really required research other than the risk to get rid of the highly unstable and drop it to just unstable.
Then what are you researching?
I've got
That was the Chemtech mostly, right?
the Chemtech and the Xenotech.
To what end?
It's so that I could become the Chemtech Baron to get access to the things to be able to do the actual building of other shit without being hug stomped by laws. And it's just I've got to jump through all these hoops to become the ace, which I can understand. But I've got to jump through all these hoops to do Chemtech research. But I've got to jump through all these hoops to do Xenotech research. And I can't do anything involving my primary goal of a mech until I've completed all of that.
Honestly, I feel like the attempt to put all the focus onto an ace mech was a mistake. Not on your part, but on the system that has been created here's part. Because there's so much focus on aces and aces and aces and the aces. And it's so limiting in so many ways. Because I feel like if you weren't sitting there and going, I have to do this for the ACE program. I have to do this for the ACE program. I have to do this for the ACE program. I feel like you probably would get a lot more done and you would probably not be stressing over the stupid shit so much.
It's entirely feasible, and honestly, I don't know. Like, I like doing the ACE program, but I find it absolutely hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. My character has some of the most expensive and valuable mech equipment from borrowing and backstabbing and stealing. But I'm also the one with the absolute least authority.
Yeah, I haven't
It's
done that either.
anybody in this squad can bark orders at Nyx and he'll be shot for disobeying.
None of us do because we're not asshole players.
Yeah.
But you're right, technically speaking, from the actual like lore perspective.
Yeah, it's like aces are supposed to be the highest echelons, the most powerful of powerful. You'd expect somebody who's even made it into the candidacy of an ace program to have respect. That's how it was treated when I got initially put in, you know? When I
And that
went through the initial interview and everything, it was, oh, he's an ace candidate. Respect, blah blah blah. You've gotten permission to do all this shit. Few weeks down the line, yeah, oh, it's Nyx.
now it's all fucking
Politics.
well, it's not just the politics that I'm thinking of right now. The other thing I'm thinking of is the fact that there is a large amount of oh yes, the aces, like there's none on the front because they all get, eliminated and da 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 and all that shit. And I'm like, then why have the program? Why make all of these hoops if you're going to now downplay the ace program?
Yep. Because it's like with the merit and stuff that I got and the talents and all that from uh the Nemesis 2 and everything,
Mhm.
I was talking to Blatt and he was like, with those abilities, if I had gone a specific way that I had asked about, I
Mhm.
could have had the capability, requirements, and everything set to pilot an ace captain mech.
Yeah.
I could have taken this current ace captain mech that we have, made it my own, and told whoever wanted it to go fuck themselves, this is my mech now. I recovered it. The rights of salvage are clear.
Yeah. Why did
But Blatt asked me not to because it would basically be throwing my character at his endgame.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, no, sure, that's fine. I'll work through it organically in character.
Uh, also, I want to say one thing I have a problem with mech building. He's made these mechs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like when you put them on paper, they don't work.
Oh no, they barely function on paper.
It's like,
Like,
but these were supposed to function in, before times. I'm like, how? This is also why I'm really glad I built my mech from the ground up.
yeah, same. Like, I'm not trying to go with any base stuff because I looked at the base stuff and I'm like, none of this is really functional per se.
Well, okay, no, what I mean by that, I mean, like, I didn't go do with, like, what Jackie did. Like, here's an executioner mech. Nope.
The only
Honestly,
Good.
Honestly, my biggest beef with mech construction is, tell me if I'm wrong here, but since the very beginning of the game, he has said through research, through merit, through potentia, anything can be done.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How many times have I gone, why can't I just throw some research at this risk hyper laser and remove its negatives? Because it's too powerful. It's too unique. It's too rare.
It's because he's now realized that that original promise put the game wildly out of balance for a power scale, and now he doesn't know how to kind of design the enemies we're up against to handle us, because he's in a very awkward position as a GM for balance now, where if he builds a weapon right now that can damage Jackie, it would one shot any of the rest of us. And he's having to try to navigate his way through that. And it's part of it
No.
is he's not communicating that very well.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's like I was expecting to be a fucking glass cannon reliant entirely on my shields, you know?
Yeah.
I've got almost triple my shield capacity and armor on every location.
Oh, let me pull up my thing here. My shield capacity. Okay, real quick. I want to see if you two know how this works. For the power core, because this is I meant to ask Matt about it and I forgot about it. For the power core, it has a shield modifier and then it has a quality that says, "Oh, it's plus 15 to shields." What the fuck does that mean? Do either of you know?
Yes, and that was just him making a second notation of the shield modifier.
But my shield modifier is 20, and then my bonus to shields is 15. Is that just a typo, you think?
Probably just a typo.
Cool. All right, so like my shields after the shield modifier from that is 35.
Mhm.
My actual armor rating on my back is 70.
Yeah, it's like, for me, my mech, being a large class mech, I have 70 shields because I've got the 50 base and the 20 secondary after buying the link system.
Mhm.
And I've got 225 armor in every location.
Yeah. It's incredibly easy if you go for just one of the larger tonnage mechs, even if you just go up to like a 70 tonner, to have massive amounts of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, like I've got my 40-ton mech here. I've got 39 component slots. 39. Part of that is because of alloying, sure, but not a significant degree.
I also didn't alloy mine.
No?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, fair enough. Honestly, it's not really that necessary unless you're looking for something very specific.
It's like I alloyed mine because the extra 7 heat from the Borelli or whatever gave me just enough heat for my heatsink to be able to handle me firing a full alpha strike with all my shit going.
I
But
alloyed. Sorry, go ahead.
but and to get enough part to get the things that I felt I needed, I had to get the other alloy that gave me plus 7 CP. And because at the beginning I was talked out of going to a huge size,
I don't know why.
I had to alloy it with that super rare alloy so that I could handle a huge class weapon.
Oh, that's right. It's because the huge class, the build time was so fucking insane. That's what it was, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yep. And that, and I was just like,
That's why I'm into medium and not in the mech I was originally planning to fly around in. Because if I try to build it, it's gonna take fucking insane number of fucking DTA.
Well, that's the thing. For the frame and everything, you just have to send it to the forge
Oh
and
no,
get a time frame. But
he did his math thing. Like he's got that written down now, and I did the math on it, and it would be like 6 months for me to build a huge frame.
it's worse for me. Imagine me trying to build a huge triple alloy frame. It would take literal years.
Yeah, mine doesn't even have alloys, but that doesn't include me getting the fucking drones I'm planning to make made. So I just kind of looked at it and went, well, guess I'm not doing that. I'll run around the 50
That-
ton with an axe.
That's part of my problem because he's still doing the Mech construction off the standard time frame where it's going to take months to years. But that was also built around the premise that we're going to be spending months to years doing Leah transports.
And he's not going to correct that because he wants that to be an intrinsic feature of like the whole DTA thing. He wants it to be an intrinsic feature of this game. I talked to him about that and asked him about it because it was literally me just asking him about it because I was just like wanted to know. I wasn't going to argue with him for it, and I didn't either. But when I asked him about it, he told me he wanted that to be an intrinsic part of this game, and he wasn't going to correct it because if we find ways to cheat around it, then he said, that just means you get to figure out how you're going to do it in the longer session, like the longer time frame type things like this.
Yeah, which is why I was like, my way of going around it was grow an organic mech. But apparently that's going to take just as long.
It doesn't quite take as long, but it only shaves off months.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not that significant amount of a time. It's just not.
Yeah, it's considering the way the game has been going so far, we'd have to still be playing this game 3 to 4 years down the line, which I would love to be doing, but it feels like we'd have to be playing that long for me to be able to reach that point where I am officially an ace.
I don't mind super long games. I mind when I feel like we're not doing anything in a session.
Nah, I can understand that.
And this is one of those sessions where, even though it feels like I did a lot of talking and stuff, I can't really tell you what I did other than the recycler.
No, I feel you.
You help me convince a group of idiots not go and blow themselves up.
I did? Wait, when did we do that?
Very beginning of the session.
We did. Which idiots did we convince not to blow themselves up?
The new fleets.
Oh, when we talked to okay. You see, that's actually my point right there. I genuinely forgot we had that conversation with Captain What's His Face.
Mm-hmm.
Because that conversation took like 20 minutes, and it felt like it should have been like a 10-minute conversation.
Trust me, I feel you. It's like, I'm not mad at anybody, but this is just me reminding. It's like 90% of this session was conversations.
I think I'm going to start setting like a 15-minute timer. Go ahead.
It's like 90% of the session was conversations that Nyx wasn't able to take part in.
I might start setting like a 15-minute timer. Just to like fucking remind me to stop fucking talking to goddamn NPCs about what essentially becomes nothing after a while. I zone out of my own I zoned out of several of my own conversations during this session. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's fair.
I don't feel like it should be fair.
It happens to everybody. Don't stress. But it has been a particularly long day for me. I'm going to go and try and get some sleep, boys.
Oh, I've been up since 4 a.m. yesterday.
You should do the same. Because